Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be Leave Married Women Alone. Got an email here from a viewer who's in kind of he's putting himself into a precarious position because he's interested in the daughter, I think, of the owner, who she's also happens to be married at the company that he works at. So he says, "Hi Corey, by the way, I've been watching your videos and they're great and they've helped me a lot. So here it is. I entered a family company 2 years ago. There is a secretary at the job. Her father is the owner. One of her sisters is the manager, and the other sister is also a secretary. And their mother is a secretary, but she only works part-time, and her brother also works in the shop. And she flirts with me a lot, and she keeps it fun, and she fills up my phone with messages. She's touchy, and she smiles a lot and everything. She also is married and has 2 children. Yeah, just one little problem. I found out through time that she is on the insecure side. Anyways, yesterday night, I was having a nice evening one-on-one with her and some wine, which he says in parentheses was the 3rd time that apparently they got together to do this. And she told me previously that her and her husband were having a rough time and that she knows she messed up when she was young and she made wrong life decisions. So in other words, she's unhappy in the marriage and she knew it when she was young. She probably did what a lot of people do, and it's they marry somebody that they love, but they're not in love with. And it's a night and day fucking difference. If you've never dated somebody, been in a relationship with someone who you're crazy about and who feels the same way about you, then you simply don't know the difference between having sex and making love. And it's like Grand Canyon size difference. It's massive. And so a lot of people, they give up, they settle, they think, oh, I'll never find anybody that really does it for me, I'll never be happy, and well, I better jump on this because you never know, if the next person comes along, they might be worse. And so they're very pessimistic. And this is the kind of thing that I've seen so many of my high school friends did this. I would say probably the majority of them did the same thing I did. A lot of them, I'd say probably at least half of them, been married and divorced. And some of them been married and remarried and got divorced 2 or 3 times. And it's just a lot of people do this. A lot of people settle. It's just because they give up on themselves. They give up on their dreams. They figure, oh, hey, I'm getting older. I better hurry up and find somebody. And so I've said this before. I read this in a book years ago. I was at a friend's house, and I was actually taking a piss in his toilet, and he had this little book. I think it's called like Life's Little Instruction Book or something like that. And it was this book, I don't know, it was a couple hundred pages long. It was like a little pamphlet kind of coupon size style book. And one of the things it said in there, it said, choose very carefully the person that you're going to spend your life with, because 95% of your happiness or your misery will come from that one decision. And a lot of people do that. And I see, because I've got friends now, they're middle-aged, they've got several kids, and they're leaving their wives, and they're getting themselves in shape, and they're taking care of their bodies, and they're getting out of these loveless marriages that some of them been in for 2 decades or more. And just because they gave up when they were really young, they gave up on their dreams. A lot of people do this. Like they get in the conveyor belt of life and they're just going there. And so this particular woman, it happens all the time. So I can understand why she's hanging out with you, and because she's getting an emotional connection with you that she obviously doesn't have with him anymore. This is basically what's missing in her marriage. And like I say all the time, if you don't date your wife, some other dude like this particular guy will come along and date her for you and maybe take her off your hands if you're not paying attention. He says, she told me previously that her and her husband were having a rough time, that she knows she messed up when she was young and made wrong life decisions. Well, obviously, you're not helping matters. He said, we were having fun flirting and talking, and she was kissing me on the neck and playing with my hair, grabbing my ass. So at one point, she was, as usual, all banked up against me on the couch, so I went in to kiss her on the lips, and she pulled back, saying that since she knew my standpoint on marriage, she does not want to look slutty. And that was a line that she does not want to cross. She is more the insecure type, and I think she wants her husband to make the move to move on. Yeah, a lot of women would prefer that the guys be the ones that in the relationship. But, I mean, the bottom line is neither she nor her husband are miserable enough in the marriage to do anything to fix it. They're just kind of hanging out, just sitting in a trough of mediocrity, and life's just fucking zipping by. He said, so since she is still in a relationship, she does not want to cross the French kiss and sex line, but she tells me that she really likes all of the rest and is fine with it. I decided to play it simple and fun and let things just roll along in good times and letting her do the chasing. Question, your video pointed out the same situation with someone else, but the difference is since she's still with the guy, she does not want to cross the line. Eventually, if she breaks up, she'd be a good girlfriend according to her description. Well, just keep in mind, if you are ever in an exclusive relationship with this particular girl and it's not going well, and a dude like you comes along, you're bullshitting yourself if you think she won't date other dudes behind your back if you're fucking up. Just, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into, dude. He says, and from here on, how should I deal at work with her in our relationship since I see her every day? Well, what I would do is just say, look, you know what? I adore you. I want you. And you obviously have some decisions to make regarding your marriage. And I love hanging out with you, and I love what we have, and I love the connection that we have, but you're married, and I work for your father. And I think it's best that until you resolve your situation with your husband, we probably really shouldn't be doing what we're doing. And then encourage her to figure out what it is that she wants in a relationship, and if her husband doesn't have the balls to end the marriage, let her end it. And then that way, once she ends it and she moves on, then she can spend time with you without it being an issue, and then she doesn't have to worry about sex or kissing you or any of that stuff. But the problem for you and what you're seeing is that you basically put your personal life on hold to hang out with this woman and to be with her. And just like you, I mean, she's having sex and kissing and probably screwing around with her husband every now and then, but you are her emotional connection. And the thing is that obviously you want more, but you're enabling her to kind of have her cake and eat it too, to have the emotional connection with you, but still have a safety net of her marriage. And so if I were you, I would extricate yourself from the situation. Just say, you know what, I've thought about it, and I really want you, and you're amazing, but you got to resolve your situation with your marriage, and I don't want to be a guy that you're running around with and your husband or whatever. It's just not right to do it, especially when I work for your family. Because neither one of us need any kind of drama like that in our lives. So if you decide that you're going to leave and you're going to move on, then I would love to see you and pick up where things are. But I'm not interested in doing this on the side, because you're going to get yourself in a situation where you're going to fall more and more for this girl, and she won't really be with you. I mean, if you can push, if you're letting her do all the chasing and pursuing and coming over, and if she's on the couch with you, it's just a matter of time, because you just simply have to get her wound up enough sexually and turned on to the point where she'll drop all resistance and let you penetrate her. But then you're having an affair. And like I said, that's ideally not the best situation to be in, because it affects your ability to get employed, and obviously it's not good for her. So if I were you, I would remove myself from the situation. Let her resolve the thing with her marriage, and just say, hey, when you resolve it, let me know. We'll reconvene. But if you want to go ahead and drop the hammer, then do the things that I talk about in my videos I've done on seduction. And do the deed with her. But like I said, you're just playing with fire. And I want you to understand that you're playing with fire, because you can take the stuff that I teach and go apply it with women who are single and they don't have all this baggage. Because another thing you got to ask yourself is, like, are you avoiding a relationship altogether by getting involved with a girl like this who really can't be a girlfriend? Because obviously you're talking about girlfriend, and you want a girlfriend ideally, but she's married. So date somebody who's available, and this girl just will be a potential possibility if she ever gets her life situation with her husband straightened out. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook on my website, underneath the email sign-up box on the right-hand side, there's a button you can click that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device already, on the right-hand side there's a button you can click to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. And if you appreciate the value of the information that I offer in these video newsletters and the articles on my website and my ebook, you could show your appreciation by going to my website, and on the Wibbia toolbar, which is the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.